lovely people, thank you for joining me for this session. I'm Joanna, and this session is all about getting length and tone and tautness to flatten our abdominals and to really avoid this kind of slump where we feel heavy, it impacts our posture, and also it's not really great for our internal organs. So we're going to do loads of great lengthening to make this area nice and long and taut and strong. So this is our starting position. We're going to sit obviously cross-legged. I always find it helps give myself a little lift up out of my bum, so grab a bit of flesh. If you're still uncomfortable in this position, you can use a towel, roll it, and to whatever thickness feels right for you, and just tuck it underneath your tailbone. And what that will do is it will actually just help you lift yourself up a little bit more, so you feel that you're actually up here as opposed to down here, because this is already what we're trying to avoid. Okay, so set yourself up nice and tall, lovely people. Check out your position, make sure you've got that distance between the ribs and the hips, and if you're familiar with my WalkActive Global Greeting, this is really helpful here. The abdominals should be drawn in a little bit, but real length. There's space in your spine and distance between your earlobes and shoulders. Okay, let's begin. We're going to take a deep breath in, really stretch the arms above the head, and from here, a couple of things. Check that you had distance between the earlobes and shoulders, and then stretch the arms really wide as you come back to the ground again. Let's repeat that. Stretch up nice and tall, lift up, discipline with the earlobes and shoulders, and then stretch the arms really wide so you're proud of the space that your body takes up. Here we go. Now this time, as we come up, we're going to add on. One arm is going to come down, and we're just going to try to get a little bit more length out of our spine, out of our abdominals. Check the distance, reach up tall, and then bring the arm down. Let's repeat on the other side. So we're going to lift up nice and tall, check, distance. This hand comes down, reach a little bit further, and then come down. Good. So adding on, so the whole routine is really flowing, checking that posture. One hand comes down, lift up, check the distance, and now we're going to lift and energize through the middle finger right over to the top corner ceiling. So in my room here, I'm really lifting up and I'm energizing through the middle finger. So be quite disciplined about that, because what that does is it connects all the neck through the body. So the lift is actually from the hip here. Yes, through the arm and through the armpit, but really down through the hip. So lift up, make sure the abdominals are kind of drawing in. And you should feel that your body's getting quite warm here, because it's not just stretching, you're actually lengthening. Lift, 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 and then bring the arm back to a central position. Then going. Here we go. So reach up here, energize through that arm, distance between earlobes and shoulders, check you've got distance there, and then the middle finger leads and initiates that whole feeling of length. So there's a little bit of discipline here, guys. Think about distance here, feeling the lift up out of that hip and energizing into that. So feel the length, feel the space. Check here also you're not sinking on this side, you're lifting up so you've got integrity through the body. Take a big deep breath in, and then as you come back, this is your default position, you're still lifted and the hand comes down. Okay, let's go. So lift up, nice and tall, one arm comes down, distance between earlobes and shoulders, reach over, energizing through that middle finger, and this time we're going to add on, and we're going to spider web the hands, so really reach the hands wide, wide, wide. Feel the space between, and the flesh spread between each fingertip, so you really stretch the hands. Good, and then from there, come back and do the same on the other side. So we're going to lift up, distance, here, energize the middle finger, reach over, spider web the hands, really feel that stretch. So it helps with your wrist alignment, helps those alignment through the fingers, and then come back to the center, and let's repeat. So here we go, deep breath in, arm comes down, lift, distance, energize through the fingertips, and each time you repeat this, you're going to spread the hands a little bit further. We're going to add on and feel how the body can go a bit further. So now we're reaching forward on the diagonal, stretching and really feeling how we're lifting up out of this hip down here. Make sure you're not sinking here. Lift up, people. There's no sort of communication happening between your belly and your belt, so lift up, trying to come as far as you can. Now, if that feels uncomfortable and you're here, that's absolutely fine. Work to what feels comfortable for you, but you want to feel that you're not sinking in here. Lift up. The stretch is coming here at the back, so it's wonderful for your spine. And then from here, we're going to just come back, draw in, suck in, and come back to our starting position. Let's repeat it on the other side. So we lift up, lift, lengthen, discipline, Energize through that middle finger and then reach up and over. Spider web those hands so you really feel the stretch and the alignment of your fingertips. And then you kind of come forward on the diagonal. So the alignment is with your knee, lifting up here, people. Reach as far as you can whilst this bum stays down on the floor. You can drop the chin down so you get a lovely stretch in the upper back as well. Make sure your abdominals are drawn in and up, really scooping them. And now you come back and fold up so you come back to that original length. Here we go. You okay? Deep breath in, lift up, arm comes down. Distance between earlobes and shoulders. You should be starting to feel a little bit warmer now. Energize that middle finger, spider web the hands, and here we come on that diagonal. Can you reach a little bit further? Can you stretch a little bit more? Can you feel more connected with your body? The chin comes down, and as you come back this time, the hand is actually going to stay on your knee. Now, don't be slumped here, come back, really snap back into that lovely lift, so you've got that length here and that tautness. And then from here, we're going to imagine we've got a little sort of light on our pubic bone, and I'm going to shine that light up on a sort of diagonal. So I'm going to tilt the tailbone under. Can you see how I'm tilting under, opening up the lower back, and I get a little curvature of the spine, drawing in the abdominals, the chin comes to the chest, and you get a fantastic, lovely stretch for the upper back. Breathe for me, so you feel that this area is working. How are we doing? Are we all right? And it's really nice to get a stretch in the upper back, which can get really tight as well. From here, people, breathe in, and as you breathe out, stretch the arm forward, so you're going back to that original position, explore into your body and come back. Okay, let's do the other side. So we're going to reach up, hand comes down, energize, distance, reach over through that middle finger and really explore how you spider web the hands. So you get that alignment of the hand, come on the diagonal, reach a little bit further. Can we do that? Stretch, 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 keep that butt on the floor on the back side here. And then as you draw it back, really scoop the abdominals in, so there's an active drawing in and flattening. From here, lift up so you come back to that default position. Feel the length and tautness in the waistline. Shine your lights here on your pubic bone up on a diagonal, so you're going to spin your pelvis underneath you. Feel that lower back opening up. And as you drop back, you're really scooping your abdominals in, and the chin can come down to your chest and explore and really feel how you put mobility into the spine. So it's great for the health of your back, health of your upper shoulders. Also get this area working. Can we take a deep breath in? And as we breathe out, try to explore the space that your body takes up. So you really feel proud of how you can move your body. Okay, well done, you've done so well. We're going to add on and we're going to move on. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and this time one arm comes in front. Now keep this one up. Okay, this hand is just nice and relaxed, shoulders down. Now from here, lift a little bit higher, and you're going to actually spin the hand behind you. Now depending on how much mobility you have in the shoulder and the back, your hand might be here, but we're going to aim to try to get it behind the body if we can. Lift a bit taller, and you're going to spin the torso around so you get great spine rotation. Now really important that I'm saying that you spin the torso, so the torso leads here and the head follows. Very often when people are getting spine rotation, we tend to lead with the head, and actually that's not so great for the neck. So spin the torso, really focus on here that you're breathing in and up, so you've got great length through the spine, but also an appreciation of the breadth of your body from one shoulder to the other, so you fill up that space. Take a deep breath in, draw the abdominals in, and then unravel the spine so you're leading it all with the torso. Let's repeat on the other side. Deep breath in, check your alignment. So this should feel like it's working quite hard now. The hand comes in front. This one has stayed up. I just dropped it down, sorry about that. From here, just drop it behind your body, and again, explore and find where you feel comfortable. Lift up and spin the torso. So the torso leads this. The head is just following. Come to a position where you feel comfortable. It's actually all about this area here. It's almost like a wet tea towel, you're wringing it out. Lift up, keep the breath between the shoulders, and really feel the distance between your earlobes and shoulders. How are we doing, okay? So last deep breath in, and then unravel to the front. That's great. Okay, from here we're going to move out to this position. So take your hands to one side, uncross your legs, and you're going to come onto all fours. Take a couple of seconds here just to set yourself up. So you've been sitting on your backside, sitting cross-legged, so it's quite nice maybe just to sway from side to side, just lengthen everything out, just get yourself a little bit more connected positively with your body. Your wrists need to be under your shoulders, your knees need to be underneath your hips. I'm just going to push that towel away a little bit. So from here, Feel comfortable, spread your fingertips, claw into the ground a little bit, and you're going to tuck your toes underneath you. So tuck your bottom underneath you, draw the abdominals in, and I'm going to ask you to do a bit of a knee hover. So it's fantastic for a bit of core strength and to lift up for your balance. So just notice here, I have tucked my tailbone under, I'm drawing my belly button in quite tight to the base of my spine, and I'm literally a couple of inches off the floor with my knees, so I'm very controlled. I'm energizing my back heels to the other side of the room, so I'm strong. There is distance between my earlobes and shoulders. I'm breathing. I'm going to hold it for 4 more, so if you can stay with me, that's great. 3, and then we're respectfully and gently going to lower the floor. 2, and 1, gently bring the knees down. Well done, okay? So let's reverse that. I untuck my toes, and I'm going to bring my hands down between my sort of knees and halfway through my thighs. Now, explore the right position for you. Tuck your chin underneath you, tuck your tailbone under, and what you're going to do is you're going to lift your knees off again. But this time, we're going to really scoop the belly button in, and we're going to feel a stretch, maybe across the front of the feet, maybe down the front of the shins. So it's fantastic. This is such a neglected area, and feet can get really stiff. You're also scooping the abdominals. You can hear how my breath is slightly kind of, that's because I've got everything drawn in. Shoulders are relaxed, just hold it for a couple more seconds if you can. Take a breather, 1 and 2, and then gently lower down. That's really important that you do it respectfully. Okay, we're going to repeat. So come back that box position, tuck your toes underneath you. Tailbone comes under, scoop in. Let's be strong, people, and hover. Knees come off about 2 inches. Now really push. I find if I push my heels back, it's a great stretch over my feet. It slightly creates more balance as well, and I feel a lot more stable, and I'm really working into the abdominals. So draw in. You can take a rest at any second. Remember, it's the quality of the movement that's important. I'd like you to feel you've got distance between your shoulders. You're going to hold it for a couple more. Keep breathing for me, and then slowly and gently and respectfully lower the knees down and come back. Now here's an easier alternative this time. Bring the hands into this position, tuck the chin under, and just take hold of one knee, and then just lift that off the floor. So we've still got this really nice stretch down here. Probably feel a little bit of mobility in the foot. So important because the feet obviously connect to the ground. You're arching the spine, so you really get great mobility through the back. Bring that one down, you can change to the other side. So tuck the chin underneath you, take hold of your knee, and just come to the level that feels great for you. Many of my clients say that you really feel a great stretch over your feet, and that's so important, especially doing lots of WalkActive and everything that we do with that connection with the ground. So draw in through the abdominals, and then slowly lower down. We've got 1 more set, so you choose your level. Are we ready, people? Here we go. Tuck your toes under, should feel greater mobility in your feet. Ready, draw in, go, lift up. So nice and strong, okay? I'd like you to feel strong, but I'd also like you to feel there's an element of softness here. So you're not fighting with it, but you feel that there's an element of grace in your movement. Energize your heels away from you, feeling strong. Keep the breath smooth, really tuck the tailbone under. So this area here is working, okay? Can we do it for 4 more? 3 and 2 and 1, gently lower down. That's great. Now you choose your level, either one hand or both together for this last one. Here we go, and chin under, scoop in, go, lift up. So we're working towards getting the knees off as high as possible. Check you have distance between the earlobes and shoulders. Scoop the abdominals in, tuck that tailbone under, and we're going to do it for 8 more if we can. Breathe for me, people. Here we go. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Tra-la-la, last 4. You're doing so well. 3, 2. Now gently lower those knees down. Gently, gently, gently. Last 1. Control it. Fab job. Well done. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to come to a standing position. We're nearly done now. So bring your weight onto your hands. I'm just going to gently and carefully walk my feet forward. So when you're in this position, come to the position that you feel comfortable in. So if you're quite flexible, you may find you have your hand on the floor, you may find that your bottom's tucked under. If you need to be a little bit higher up, maybe actually even have a chair, whatever works for you. But I'd like you just to take a couple of minutes just to walk through the feet a bit so you feel connected, all right? And then if you feel ready, just lift the tailbone up a little bit so you get a little bit of a stretch in the back of the legs. And I always think it's good to look at life upside down. Sometimes it gives you a different perspective of life. Okay, and from here, bend the knees, tuck that tailbone under. Take a deep breath in, and when you feel comfortable and ready, slowly walk the hands up. Now tuck that tailbone under, draw in through the abdominals so you are respectful and connecting with your body all the way through as you slowly unravel. Take your time, okay, in your own time here, and then just walk through your feet. I'm going to come back and look at you this way. How are we doing? You right? So check your position, just kind of bring yourself to an awareness, okay? And when you're ready, take the arms above your head, nice deep breath in. And I'd love you to take hold of one wrist, so a little bit like we did at the beginning, okay? Lift up, but this time the lift is not just from the armpit and from the hip. Feel how it comes from the leg. Lift up, really connect with that body. And then reach over, and again, you're energizing into that middle finger. You're drawing in and up out of the waistline. You should feel much longer through this area, creating fantastic space for your internal organs. And then come back, hands come wide, and then repeat that. So we lift up, draw in, nice and steadily. Take hold of this wrist, get a little bit more height, a little bit more respect through this space here, and then reach for that middle finger, so you feel that stretch. And remember, the lift is coming from that foot. You really actively connect with the ground, stretch into it, and then come back. Good, the arms come wide, and you're going to give yourself a really big hug. Now I want you to hold on to yourself. This is a last stretch, okay? So ideally you're trying to get hold of your shoulder girdle. If that feels a little bit too much for today, that's absolutely fine. You work to your level. So you might be here with your hands, but really hold yourself, okay? Really give yourself a good hold. Tuck your tailbone slightly under. So I'll turn sideways here. Tuck the chin down and just really feel a nice stretch in the upper back. Draw the abdominals in. And then just lift up with the arms, so you just feel that's a little bit of rotation there, a bit of range of motion. Bring the arms down, come wide, okay, and we're going to repeat the other side. Change the hand hold, so the other side is there. Draw in, lift, chin come down, a little bit of a stretch in that upper back, which feels really good, okay, you've done so well. And then bring the arms up, good, take a deep breath in, take the arms out, and you should feel really pleased with yourself. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great day. Bye-bye.